Alrighty, well today we will be smoothing skin, and I forgot to set my timer up. I apologize. I'm so sorry. 5 minutes on the clock, and here we go. Now, first of all, what I'm gonna do is, as always, Command J on a Mac, Control J on a PC to duplicate your layer there. Now that we have the layer duplicated, what we're going to do here on this top layer, we're going to go up here to our blur filter, and we're going to go to surface blur. And you kind of got to just go with what you know as far as what's good for you. I have mine right here set for 15 as my radius and my threshold of 13. You can kind of play around with this over here, and you can kind of see what works for you. My Photoshop is freezing on me. Okay, here we go. So you can kind of see what works for you. Here's a 24, here's a 32, and you're getting a preview right here, and you can kind of, bring the preview down a little bit, and it's just way too much of a blur there. So let's go back to my settings that I had here, and we can play around with it, kind of experiment a little bit. And a lot of Photoshop is honestly, it's just a lot of experimentation. I started off with a 15 and a 13, but 17 and an 11 works for me. So I'm gonna go with that right here. Here's the image right here. Once we kind of render through this right here, I'm going to show you what I have here. Photoshop's doing a lot of work here, so please be patient. Try not to rush it, let it do its thing. And then it also has a lot to do with your RAM. The less RAM you have, the longer things take. So here's what we have right here from an image that she's already given me, and we're gonna go trying to replicate that smoothing of the skin. Now right here on the same layer, right here, I'm gonna just go down here to blur, and I'm gonna go over here to smart blur, and you can kind of bounce this out a little bit so you can get a better preview. And you're getting a preview from both angles here. And I have my radius at 2. I'm gonna bump it up to 4. See what I have here, and you can move it around inside here a little bit. She does have a little bit of freckles. We do not want to throw that away. We do want realistic smoothing here, nothing too dramatic. Okay, you won't want to take it out of realisticness versus kind of touching up the image here. So I'll go ahead and got my image set there as far as my smart blur, but it's just a matter honestly of just really experimenting and seeing what really works for you and the image that you have here. So I'm gonna turn that layer off here, and I'm gonna turn it back on, and you can see the difference there. Okay, so what I'm gonna do here now is I'm just gonna create a layer mask by hitting my add vector mask layer mask button right here, and then I'm gonna grab my brush over here on the black brush. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna zoom in so you can really see this. Okay, you see her eyes right here. What I'm gonna do is I'm just paint over the eye, and you can see how the clarity and the resolution starts to come back. So let me turn that off, turn it back on, and you can kind of see the difference there in the eye, definitely. So you want to kind of make sure that you just kind of go over the parts of the face here that has a lot of detail, and over here it looks like we got a little happy face on our layer mask. So I like to go with the mouth, the eyes, and let me go ahead and zoom out a little bit and head over here to our brush size and make our brush a little bit bigger. Check our clock. Okay, just about 5 minutes here, and I usually like to bring the detail back in the hair. You don't want the blur within the hair there. So that looks so funny over there. So here's before, here's after. The skin looks a little bit smoother here, and that's just what it's all about. It's just smoothing out that skin. So go ahead and give it a try. 3 simple, easy steps to make this thing happen. Just create a layer. You got your 2 different filters you put on there, and then you got your layer mask, and that's pretty much it. Pretty simple, pretty easy. So I'm gonna go ahead and end the tutorial right here, and I thank you for watching.